Hello, Junior Doctors. Welcome back to Junior Dr. Fiona Chow's YouTube channel. In today's video, we are going to talk about an overview of the nervous system as well as an introduction of Parkinson's and Alzheimer's disease. In future videos, I'm going to talk more in depth into Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease, which is like the causes, prevalence, even treatments of these two diseases. Okay, so let's start with the neurons. The neurons, you could also call them the small information transmitters that is shaped kind of like a ball but with spikes. And these spikes would allow the information from your brain to be transmitted into, for instance, my arm, and then I know that my arm is moving right now. That is the neurons from my brain transmitting to my finger, my thumb, that is causing it to move. This is very interesting because when we know this, we will learn about two different nervous systems. One is the central nervous system. The second is the peripheral nervous system. The central nervous system is our brains as well as our spinal cord, which is on the back of our necks. So why are these two so important? It's called the central nervous system because our brain includes 4 different lobes. First of all, the frontal lobe, parietal lobe, temporal lobe here, and the occipital lobe. So these 4 lobes, respectively, they are in charge of our sight, what we see, what we feel, what we hear, how we recognize people when we're standing face to face to another person, and even balancing, which is the cerebrum. So these are very important. However, without the peripheral system and also something to connect your brain to your bodies, which is these neurons, it's the peripheral system that actually does all the work of transferring all the information up to our fingertips and also our toes. So that's very important. And this nervous system plays a huge role in Parkinson's and Alzheimer's disease because Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease happens when the nervous system has a disorder. For instance, Parkinson's disease is when there is a loss of neurons. So the loss of information transmitter, what would that cause? Think about it for a moment. If I don't have neurons, then that means that when I think I want to do something, then my finger wouldn't move if I want it to move. In addition to that, I would also not be able to balance myself properly because the cerebrum sending the information of telling me to stand up would not be there. There's not enough neurons. So that is a really, really big part of Parkinson's disease. However, on the other hand, Alzheimer's is kind of the opposite cause. So Alzheimer's is when there is a buildup of protein inside our brains, and that really obstructs the neurons to transport the information to our bodies. So these two both have symptoms of dementia, and it's really because there's either not enough neurons to send information or it's too much proteins that obstructs the information sending. So that's a huge problem. And even up until now, scientists and doctors still can find a cure that actually cures the patient from Parkinson's or Alzheimer's. So in this series, we are going to talk about the causes, the prevalence, the treatments to diseases. So stay tuned for the next episode. Thank you so much for listening, and remember to eat healthy, exercise, and enjoy life. Like it up, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. Thank you so much, and see you next time.